you don't achieve your goals, well, you're not gamifying stuff. Okay, so what do you mean, Kevin? And what is this video really about? So, what's obtainable and what results am I going to get? What benefits am I going to get that I haven't previously probably heard? All right, cool. So, we got the cells within you that don't serve you, right? We got your criteria for change that you don't even know exists. Okay, then you got, again, fertile reference points and how you choose them. Okay, so I might go, all right, let's go listen. Let's go into it. Right, so. Nearly lost myself there. So, what is the criteria of change? Step one, what do I do? Okay, I ask myself, what is the end in mind? Okay, so if I die and whatever, and I'm speaking to my holographic future self, what would I be saying about the life that I lived and what choices I made and what I would say that was the freaking best life I had? Okay, you write out all those things. Step one. Then you go, okay, step two. Okay, who has done this before and has a proven or possibly high dedicated program of learning that would allow me to get to that result? Okay. Third, what's the psychosocial environment of cells I have to adopt and employ and have them help me get to where I want to go? Okay, so that is something that people are not going to get. So unless you know about the book of embracing ourselves, so it's basically they use it in therapy, Sadra, Hildra, Stone, okay, and it's kind of like a third person. So imagine I have me, then I have a person that's listening, that's an observer of this, and they know about different things, and they're listening to that, and then I have self dialogue. Okay, so imagine right now you have things that just keep you the same within you. Because again, you're a different person in a relationship, you're a different person with your parents, you're a different person with your brothers, you're a different person with your friends, different person with different friends, you're a different person on a bus, a taxi, in a freaking cafe, whatever it might be, in the gym, whatever, right? So that continues. Then you break yourself into this. What if I was to look at behavioral selves? What I need to get to where I want to go? Okay, more than likely what's going to come up is a behaviorist flexibility self is one. Two would be I need to be freaking let's say courageous. Okay, I need to obtain a learner inquisitive questioning self. I need to think in ways that I'm not thinking, and how is that even possible? Reference points, learning points, etc., etc. So you might know Six Thinking Hat by De Bono. If you don't, you don't. But again, it's like you're in this jar, you can't read the label. You're the knife that can't cut itself. You are the monkey that's swinging among the trees within the jungle that doesn't know it's on the side of the mountain. Okay? Because it's an outside perspective that can do that. It's the operator of that knife could cut it with another knife, right? So it's an outside thing, right? So for you, even to see the reality that you're in, or to make choices about things that you want to get to in life, then you better bet your bottom dollar that you need more flexibility. Because flexibility leads to more choices. Flexibility leads to more opportunities and capacities and less restriction, but more expansiveness. Okay? Because the current set of results you're getting is because of the current set of results you're getting. And what contributed to those results is probably actions, behaviors across time and space, which is a timeline, right? And then you have your current reality of your comfort zones, and then you have a reality of which you see yourself in that is right now an uncomfortable zone, but it's comfort in your head that you get there, but you're not taking necessary actions within time and space to actually get there. So you have to think, what are you like planting and putting in these pots of your future to get to the results that you like? What gardens of potentials are you attending to get to the ideal outcomes that you'd like to see in life? Well, that's a freaking question. Have you drawn that out on a piece of paper? That would be a good freaking start. Okay, I'm going to go a rectangle or whatever freaking shape you want to go. If it's a circular motion, if it's spirals, if it's whatever, shapes, etc. Right? So it's representing a seed, and the seed's going to spiral, and then the net of awareness with each rep that you get within that new behavior. So let's say it's reading, right? Is I'll tell you the story, right? So past dyslexic, right? Speech, words, all over the gaff. Play. So, my disdained, or stained rather, view of books and learning was right throughout my life, right? Then, only in recent years has it really been like, oh, that's actually something that I got a bad connotation with that actually serves me loads. Okay, but that needs flexibility to shut down an old narrow than the paradigm, because books are freaking awesome. Okay, and now that's a deadly connotation to have as a dyslexic person versus it being like an, you know, something that spars you down of like, oh fuck my reading pace and whatever goes on in your head about in a certain time frame of like, oh yeah, the words overplayed, it takes me freaking way longer to read this book than other people, whatever it might be. So then that doesn't serve that person of an older self of me. No, it doesn't. So it's like, like get rid of him. Like it doesn't, like what does it do? Like, oh, self-soothing, oh I can't, whatever. Okay, well, actually just work on it, get better. Because like if I was doing that all my sports in life, and you've done that with a certain thing in your life, it's a video game, if it's sports, if it's, you know, making food, whatever it might be, at a point in time you weren't as good as you are now. Okay, so that's the same thing in a domain. So that's changed. That took me out of my comfort zone to go and read. Okay, and then read, or reference points, listen to all these lectures, listen to these other people that I am thinking, and you probably are thinking, of seeing that, yeah, that's a life I'd like. I'd like to be able to travel the world. I'd like to be able to be around like-minded people. I'd like to have the physique of my dreams. I would like to perform and have the skills I'd like to do. I'd like to be able to provide for my family. I'd like these things. Okay, well, let's turn those likes into, yeah, that's going to happen. And just think to yourself, what would be the dice that you'd roll each and every single day of your life to leave a legacy of future generations of gone? That was literally one of the best of choices and actions and behaviors I adopted for the life that I obtained. Okay, like if you do a value elicitation of that, like if you really thought about that question, you really wrote down on a piece of paper or whatever medium you want, if it's a Notion document, if it's a freaking, print this out. Okay, have reference points of the future. If it's your wallpaper on your phone, if it's a vision board, if it's people, okay? If you're continuously putting yourself in fertile environments, because again, Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. Basically go to like Spark Notes of something of it, or read the book, whatever. But basically, whatever you are feeding into your brain, okay, you got to be freaking deciphering. Does it serve me or not serve me? What diet of thoughts are you consuming? Okay, is it more negative than positive? Okay, cool. Well, okay, that's a choice actually. So let's think of ways that we can adopt to upgrade these other thoughts that serve you better to get the results that you'd like to get in life than you're currently getting, and then upload them. Make the other programs that don't serve you, that spar you down, and keep you at the sameness level, because change is always occurring. Like the change of change of change. Okay. Then some people say, oh, well, if you don't change, nothing changes. Yeah. But there's nothing changes to the extent of things that you would like to change, because it's just a false reality of which you're living. Or actually, it's cognitive dissonance. In your head, you might have it, but then the actions and behaviors of which you are doing don't align with that reality. So then how can the universe come and help you? Because you're not even taking a step forward for the universe to take a step forward. So what's the crack with that? If I had a plant and I think in my head, oh yeah, I like to plant that plant, but I don't have a seed and I don't nurture the seed, okay? The seed is the potentiality of that thing coming to fruition, right? The magnetism of like, boom, attracting is what? It's the nourishment of that thing. So if I want to have a good physique, and that's, let's say, my behavior, oh, I want to be freaking pro runner and rugby player. I want to make it to the Olympics and I'll play rugby sevens and I'll run and break the 400-meter record of the world, right? If I thought of that, right, I would go and think, okay, well, that's a seed of a thought, right? Then I go, okay, what would be my dedicated program of learning and dedicated program of life behaviors that would get me there, okay? Okay, now you think the exact same for what you asked the question of, if you were to die, or if you were to talk to yourself, 80-year-old self, what is that you'd say about yourself that, oh my god, I can't believe I did those things, that was unbelievable, they're like the best choices that I ever made. Okay, what are the things that you think that right now you're not doing that would get you there and you feel regret for? Oh, you didn't do those things. Oh yeah, because Okay, cool. Don't live in the victim. Don't live in the kind of villain of yourself and self-soothing and sucking the mother's tit type thing. Actually, just go, well, it's a choice you're making. Okay. Now, maybe the psychology of what you have and the selves of which you have are like soothing selves. Oh no, I need to be in this victim hub because, yeah, because life is X, Y, Z or whatever the self-talk is. Okay, just realize it's gotten you the results that you're getting. And it's not serving you to get the results that you like to get. So either suck on the soothing, take the soothing out of your mouth of the self. Okay, that's freaking jamming itself in your head. Okay, take it out, replace it with something that's actually going to get you to where you want to go. Because think about it, man, or think about a woman, whoever the frick it is. Like, just think, like, is that really the life that you want to live? Like, really, like, think about it. Like, how much time in a week, 168 hours, are you dedicating to work? All right, let's say 40 hours. Then you got another 40 hours on yourself, okay? Or of whatever, like miscellaneous stuff, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then you got sleep. 40, 40, 40. Okay? 40, 80, 120. 168 hours in a week, right? You got family time, you got health, you got relationships, you got all these other things. But they're the main quadrants, right? So you got your health, you got your family, you got your wealth, you got other things, right? You just put that in a quadrant of like, what are the most important things, what are the most important actions that I can do to get to morality, right? Anyways, I'm going on a segue here. But the whole point of this video was essentially that, like, if you think the end in mind, that puts more value and a reference point to what you do in a current reality. Because all you have is right now the current reality to make a choice today, right now. It's not the tomorrow mindset. It's not the tomorrow lens. Just think like, okay, what is the number one freaking step I could take? Oh yeah, I get a pen, put up to paper, and I could write out the ideal life I'd have for my family, for my health, for the way I'd like to live my life, the actions I would like to acquire, the skills I'd like to acquire, the people I'd like to be around, the environments I'd like to be around, the life of flexibility, the life of, who knows, it could be, oh yeah, I want to go surfing, I want to speak multiple languages, and I want to do juggling, rope flow, and I like people that are going to have those sort of things and are ever learning, and I learn and feel like I'm a beginner in some of those environments. Okay, freaking awesome. Okay, that's great. But what are you doing to actually get there? Like, what is it if I hold up the mirror and I was to multiply all the realities of what you're doing to get to somewhere? Where would it get you? Oh yeah, it get me to let's say current reality most people live is I earn, I spend, I borrow. That's a three-step system. A lot of things turn up on threes. Okay, you have the holy trinity of three. You have this example. So you hold the mirror up to yourself, you hold the crystal ball, and you hold the angel. So you don't hold the angel. The angel's there in your life. You have crystal ball in your life. Where does it get you? Okay, and you future-proof the reality. The mirror is you hold up that mirror to you about what's going on with yourselves, your psychology, your future, your reference groups, the people that you're hanging around. Because reference groups are just not like actual. Sorry, they're not like people that you're going to meet like one-to-one physically. It's like the books you're listening to, the podcasts you listen to, it's the books, sorry, it's the environments you entertain as communities, etc. And like if it's the news, if it's the media, whatever, those are your reference point to the world and what's happening. So it's like, if I was you, I would think, okay, who has gotten where I want to go? Okay, I want to know who were the mentors of those people. Okay, then you think the linchpins, the biggest people that you could just put your time towards, and that would help you get to where you want to go, right? Then you consistently just feed off those cues, because what is that feed? The feed is for the seed, for you to grow up and nourish that, okay? So what's the ultimate thing? That thing is going to grow, isn't it? And what did I say? As you take the first step, there's a new layer of complexity and meaning that comes from uncloaking the emergent potentials. So they were dormant, okay? Then they were uncloaked by an action. Then they came up a bit. Then they uncloaked another drapery that was probably on them. Then you unveil, and this thing is grow. Through the feeding of what? Things that spiral that thing up. So what are the spirals that would spiral that thing up? Oh well, actually, it would be the selves of flexibility. It would be the kind of um achieve itself. It would be the courageous self. It would be thinking, okay, well, what is courage? Like, if I have a comfort zone and I had a castle, okay, then at the gate and the guards, the security self is coming up. Don't go outside. Oh, that's too dangerous. So imagine the new comfort zone is going to the gym, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna stay at home, and then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, actually, do you know, whack up the feet, and I'm just gonna chill out. But then you're like, oh, I should have went to the gym. I should have done this. Actually, whatever. So just shut up and just think, all right, I'm going. Even if it's you got dressed, right? That's step one. Step two is you just go out the door. If it's you get a certain transportation, or you go drive, you go walk, whatever it might be, and you walk up to the gym, you don't even do the workout. You've just uploaded a new behavior of like going outside your castle of comfort, because that's comforted, right? And then it's strengthened to go out to the goal that you'd like to achieve. So again, make it dumb simple, make it super simple for yourself. Because if you do that, taking one step, 1 meter outside your comfort zone, if it was from here, where you have a log that is the potential of what you could rise up, right? So if I'm here at my castle, right, the gate goes down, security guards are like, don't go, and that's what your self-talk is, right? Then you go take that step. You might go, actually, that was easy. All I have to do is get dressed. Okay, perfect. Then if I put that one step on a slack line that's 30 meters above the ground, you might go, whoa, that's a bit scary. Don't know about that, Kevin. I'm not doing that. Okay, well, then what is the point of that lesson right there? And then is you take a step that progresses you towards where you would like to go, that allows you to even just have a win. Because the more wins you get and you stack, you're going to gamify this naturally. You can be like, yeah, actually, do you know what? I was getting 2, 3 workouts the first one. Actually, I want to put it to 4. Oh, actually, do you know what I could do? I actually get a coach. I want to enhance this. I want to make it better. Okay, well, actually, there's actually gyms that I could go to. There's CrossFit gyms. There's, you know, whatever it might be. And you go, actually, I'm putting myself in those environments. So the complexity from just putting the clothes on, walking up to the gym, not doing a workout, to then, actually, I want to join a CrossFit gym. Like, do you see how the layers of complexity just open there? Like, I wouldn't see that. Maybe complexity is the wrong word, but it's just there's more. Because you took this step, there's more invitations that the universe will give you, okay? And then with that, it's like, oh, you just took a step. Okay, I'm gonna ding, ding, ding this at you. So if the dinging of the universe is thoughts, right? Because where's the thought like comes in? You know, it's like a freaking seed. You know, you did something as a physical form and a thought, right? Boom, I took the action. Boom, the universe comes in. Oh, sleep got better. Boom. Okay, food got better. Oh, I feel better myself. I don't really stress out. My sleep is better. People, relationships I have are better because I'm better. Because think about it. The more that you can dig a hole and go deep, 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 the more that you have the capacity to hold things in and hold an ability to be within yourself, okay? And then that means you're more loving towards yourself. The more loving you are towards yourself, the more loving you are capable of others, because you don't even know what it's like because you didn't even love yourself, right? Possibly, I don't know. Um, but would I argue that point of like the more that you can go down, the law of polarity would dictate that you can provide that for others? Yes, I would, and I think that would make sense to you, right? So, what is that frequency fork that you are emitting a frequency to come back to your life? Okay, so frequency fork, boom, I go into the universe. I take a step forward of a behavior, of an action, of a thought. Progress, right? Gamify the progress, whatever way you want. Just make sure it spars you up rather than spars you down. Ultimately, gamifying things is one of the best ways to do. Like, get triggered as often as you can. Because what happens? Emotional response comes up. And then, okay, emotional response comes up. That is actually great. I actually love when that happens, okay? Because what does that allow you to do? Either go with the automated response, or it provides you, the switch was the oh my god. Yeah, the switch was the trigger. So I flick it on, then I have automated response, or I go to another response I'd like to I'd rather rewire my original response too. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Then if that gets one step better each and every day, every second, every thought you have, and your diet of thoughts are more positive and negative, awesome. It's all progress. It's all always success, and you got a result. Okay, it's not failure. It's just like, oh well, that actually just didn't work or get the set result I'd like to have gotten. Okay, cool. Enhance it, make it better, and refine, refine, refine. So you have that dedicated. You have a mentor. You got a dedicated program of learning. You got a psychosocial environment that supports you in getting to where you want to go. You got that internal voice and for you to, or motivation or discipline, whatever you want to say, really, to get you to where you want to go, right? Then it's that is a feedback loop, and then the other step in that feedback loop is what you assess that feedback loop and just measure like it again in your in the pot that you're expanding or in the holographic universe, so holographic frame that you're creating of you feeding and nourishing that feedback loop that you got. Does it get you to where you go, or does it hold the potential for that, or does the mentor have to look at what you're doing and then help you assess what's been going on because you don't know? Okay, cool. Then get some help. Get people looking at what you're doing because one mind, 2 minds, 3 minds, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. But make sure it's someone that's gotten the results that you'd like to get, not just someone that goes from conventional wisdom and is getting conventional results, and then you're applying unconventional wisdom to get unconventional results, and then they have an opposing force to your force of life that actually probably spirals you up versus spirals you down. Okay. That's you. Yeah, you got to really question what you bring certain things to and what the reference points of people is, because just future proof, like, oh yeah, just spend, let's go. Mortgage, oh yeah, pledge till death, bro. Whopper. Oh, I didn't know that was actually the meaning of the word. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. So what kind of other options do I have? Well, what set of results would you like to obtain? And then he was obtaining them. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Alright. This is a bit long-winded in a sense, but hopefully you catch my drift. Again, if you've got any questions, drop them below. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.